When I speak of demons, I do not refer to mythical creatures or supernatural entities. No, the demons I speak of are far more insidious and prevalent in our daily lives. These demons are the doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs that reside within the minds of others and sometimes even within ourselves. Imagine, if you will, a world where you no longer feel compelled to justify your dreams, your actions, or your very existence to those who cannot or will not understand. This world is not a fantasy, my friends. It is the reality that awaits you when you fully embrace the power of your imagination and recognize your true identity as God in human form. Let us begin by understanding the nature of these demons. They are not separate from the people who harbor them, but rather manifestations of their own limited consciousness. When someone questions your aspirations, doubts your abilities, or attempts to confine you to their narrow view of reality, they are not acting from a place of malice. They are simply projecting their own fears and limitations onto you. But here's the vital truth you must grasp. You are not beholden to their limitations. You are not required to conform to their expectations. And most importantly, you are not obligated to explain yourself to the demons that possess their minds. Consider for a moment the absurdity of explaining the concept of flight to a fish. The fish, bound by its watery domain, cannot fathom the freedom of soaring through the air. Its entire existence is defined by the boundaries of its aquatic world. Would you spend hours attempting to convince the fish of the reality of flight? Of course not. You would recognize the futility of such an endeavor and continue on your journey through the skies. In the same way, when you encounter individuals who are bound by their limited perception of reality, you must resist the urge to explain, justify, or defend your vision. Your time and energy are far too precious to be squandered on such fruitless endeavors. Remember, the world you experience is a reflection of your own consciousness. When you engage in lengthy explanations and justifications, you are inadvertently giving power to the very doubts and limitations you seek to overcome. You are, in essence, breathing life into the demons that you should be banishing from your reality. Instead, I urge you to adopt a new approach, one that aligns with your true nature as a creative force in this universe. When faced with skepticism or doubt from others, simply smile inwardly, knowing that their perception is but a fleeting shadow in the grand tapestry of your manifestation. Understand this fundamental truth. You do not need anyone's permission or understanding to be who you truly are. The only approval you require is that which comes from within, from the God that resides in your own heart and mind. Now you might ask, but Neville, how do I maintain my conviction in the face of constant opposition? The answer, my dear friends, lies in the power of your imagination and the practice of living in the end. Immerse yourself fully in the state of having already achieved your desires. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, and the peace that comes with the realization of your dreams. Live from that state of completion, and you will find that the opinions and judgments of others fade into insignificance. When you truly occupy the state of your wish fulfilled, you no longer feel the need to convince anyone of its reality. You simply are. And in that beingness you radiate a power and certainty that no external force can shake. Consider the great innovators and visionaries throughout history. Did they spend their precious time and energy explaining their ideas to every naysayer and skeptic? No, they held fast to their vision, lived in the end, and allowed their manifestations to speak for themselves. Imagine if Edison had abandoned his pursuit of the light bulb because those around him couldn't comprehend his vision. Envision a world where the Wright brothers gave up on flight because their contemporaries deemed it impossible. The world would be a far darker and more limited place, would it not? You, my friends, are no different from these great innovators. Within you lies the same creative power, the same divine spark that has propelled humanity forward since the dawn of time. The only difference is your willingness to recognize and embody this power. Now let us delve deeper into the practical application of this principle. How do you stop explaining yourself to the demons in people? The first step is awareness. Become acutely conscious of the moments when you feel compelled to justify yourself. Notice the tightness in your chest, the quickening of your breath, the surge of defensive energy that arises when someone questions your path. In these moments, pause. Take a deep breath and remind yourself of your true identity. You are not a mere mortal seeking validation from other mortals. You are the operant power in your universe, the God of your reality temporarily clothed in human form. Instead of launching into an explanation or defense, simply state your truth calmly and confidently. This is who I am. This is what I'm creating. Then release any attachment to their response or understanding. Their acceptance is not required for your vision to manifest. Remember, every moment you spend trying to convince others of your worth or the validity of your dreams is a moment stolen from the actual living of those dreams. It is a diversion from the path of your true purpose. Moreover, by constantly explaining yourself, you are inadvertently affirming a state of lack. You are operating from a position of needing to prove something, which implies that you do not yet possess it. This is in direct opposition to the principle of living in the end. Instead, cultivate an unwavering faith in the reality of your imaginal acts. When you truly know, that your desires are already fulfilled in the spiritual realm, waiting to be made manifest in the physical, you will find that the need to explain yourself naturally falls away. This shift in consciousness will have a profound effect not only on your inner world, but also on your interactions with others. As you cease giving energy to the demons of doubt and limitation, you will notice a change in how people respond to you. Many will be drawn to the quiet confidence and certainty that emanates from your being. They will sense the power of your convictions, even if they cannot fully articulate or understand it. Some may still question or doubt, but you will find that their words no longer have the power to shake your resolve. Their skepticism will be like raindrops falling on a mountain. Noticeable, perhaps, but utterly incapable of moving you from your firmly established position. Now I want to address a common concern that arises when we speak of not explaining ourselves. Some of you may worry that this approach could lead to isolation or a lack of meaningful connections with others. Let me assure you this is not the case. By freeing yourself from the need for external validation, you actually open yourself up to more authentic and powerful relationships. You create space for connections based on mutual respect and shared vision, rather than codependency and the need for constant affirmation. Moreover, as you embody the state of your wish fulfilled, you become a living example of what is possible. Your life itself becomes the explanation that no words could adequately convey. In this way, you inspire others not through persuasion or argument, but through the undeniable evidence of your own transformation. Consider for a moment the great spiritual teachers throughout history. Did they spend their time arguing with skeptics or trying to convince the masses of their wisdom? No. They simply lived their truth, embodied their teachings, and allowed those who were ready to be drawn to their light. You, my dear friends, are called to be such a light in this world, not by preaching or persuading, but by fully embracing and living from the state of your highest self. Now let us address another aspect of this principle, the demons within ourselves. For many of us, the most persistent and convincing demons are not those we encounter in others, but those that reside in our own minds. These internal demons, the voices of self-doubt, unworthiness, and fear, often demand the most elaborate explanations and justifications. We find ourselves engaged in endless internal dialogues, trying to convince ourselves that we are worthy of our desires, that we have what it takes to achieve our dreams. But I say to you, stop explaining yourself to these inner demons as well. Recognize them for what they are, old patterns of thought, outdated beliefs that no longer serve you. They are not your true self, and they have no power over you unless you grant it to them. Instead of arguing with these internal voices, simply acknowledge them and then turn your attention to the truth of your being. Focus on the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Immerse yourself in the reality of desired state. Remember, your subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is experienced in the physical world. By consistently occupying the state of your wish fulfilled, you are literally rereading your brain and reprogramming your subconscious. This practice of persistent assumption of living from the end is far more powerful than any logical argument you could make to yourself or others. It bypasses the critical faculty of your conscious mind and speaks directly to the creative power of your subconscious. As you persist in this practice, you will find that the inner demons begin to lose their voice. The doubts and fears that once seemed so convincing will fade away, replaced by an unshakable knowing of your own divine nature and limitless potential. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Neville, surely there are times when explanation is necessary. What about in our professional lives or in our close relationships? To this, I would say, yes, there are times when clear communication is important. However, there is a vast difference between explaining yourself from a place of confidence and self-assurance and desperately trying to justify your existence or your choices to those who are not receptive. In your professional life, for instance, you may need to articulate your ideas or defend your decisions. But even in these situations, do so from a place of certainty in your own value and the merit of your contributions. Speak your truth clearly and concisely without feeling the need to over-explain or seek approval. In your personal relationships, open and honest communication is indeed vital. But again, this communication should come from a place of self-respect and mutual understanding, not from a desperate need to be understood or accepted. The key is to discern when explanation is truly necessary and when it is simply a habit born of insecurity. Ask yourself, am I sharing information that is genuinely needed, or am I seeking validation? Am I communicating clearly, or am I trying to convince? By releasing the compulsion to explain yourself to the demons in others and in yourself, you free up an enormous amount of mental and emotional energy. This energy can then be redirected towards your true purpose, the full expression of your divine nature and the manifestation of your desires. Imagine the possibilities that open up when you no longer waste time and energy defending your dreams. Think of the creative power you could harness if you redirected all that explanatory effort into simply being and doing. This shift from explaining to embodying is nothing short of revolutionary. It is the difference between talking about your desires and living them. It is the transformation from seeking permission to granting it to yourself. As you embrace this principle, you will find that your entire way of being in the world changes. You move through life with a quiet confidence, an unshakable certainty in your own power and purpose. This energy is magnetic. It draws to you people and opportunities that align with your vision, while naturally repelling those that do not. You become like a lighthouse, standing firm amidst the storms of doubt and skepticism. You need not shout to be heard or flail to be seen. Your very presence becomes a beacon, guiding those who are ready to higher levels of consciousness and achievement. Moreover, as you release the need to explain yourself to others, you also free them from the burden of having to understand or approve of your path. This is an act of profound respect for yourself and for others. You honor their journey, their current level of awareness, without allowing it to limit or define you. In this way, you become a true agent of change in the world, not through forceful persuasion or endless justification, but through the quiet power of your own transformation. As you change yourself, you change the world around you. Remember, the outer world is but a reflection of your inner state. As you cease giving power to the demons of doubt and limitation, both in yourself and in others, you create space for miracles to occur. You allow the natural creative power of the universe to flow through you unimpeded. This, my dear friends, is the true meaning of living from a state of wish fulfilled. It is not merely about visualizing your desires or affirming their reality. It is about becoming the person who already has what you seek. It is about embodying the state of completion and satisfaction, regardless of external circumstances. When you truly grasp and apply this principle, you will find that life becomes an effortless flow of creation and manifestation. The struggle falls away. The need for constant striving and explaining disappears. You simply are, and in that beingness, all that you desire naturally gravitates towards you. So I urge you from this moment forward to make a commitment to yourself. Vow to stop explaining yourself to the demons in people and in yourself. Instead, focus all your energy on living from the state of your wish fulfilled. Be the person you aspire to be. Live as if your desires are already manifest. When doubts arise, whether from others or from within, do not engage them. Do not fight them or try to reason with them. Simply acknowledge their presence and then turn your attention back to the truth of your being. Remember, what you focus on expands. By focusing on your divine nature and the reality of your desires, you give them the power to manifest in your experience. Practice this principle diligently, and you will be amazed at the transformation that occurs in your life. You will find yourself moving through the world with a new sense of ease and grace. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach will present themselves effortlessly. Relationships will deepen and become more authentic. Your creative power will expand exponentially. Most importantly, you will experience a profound sense of freedom. Freedom from the need for external validation. Freedom from the limitations imposed by others' perceptions. Freedom to be fully and unapologetically yourself. This, my friends, is your birthright. This is the truth of who you are. A divine being, temporarily clothed in human form, with the power to create worlds through the focus of your attention and the feeling of your imagination. So go forth from this place with a new resolve. Cease the endless explanations and justifications. Release the need to convince or persuade. Instead, embody the truth of your desires. Live from the state of completion. Be the person you aspire to be here and now. And as you do, watch in awe as the world reshapes itself to match your newfound certainty. Observe as the demons of doubt and limitation fade away, unable to withstand the light of your unwavering faith in yourself. Remember, you are the operant power in your universe. You are the author of your story. You have within you all that you need to create the life you desire. Trust in this power. Believe in your divine nature. And never, ever feel the need to explain yourself to those who cannot yet see the magnificent being that you truly are. The journey you are embarking upon is sacred. It is the journey of self-realization, of remembering your true identity as God individualized. This journey requires no explanation, no justification. It simply requires your unwavering commitment to living from the state of your wish fulfilled. As you practice this principle, you will find that your entire perception of reality begins to shift. The world around you will seem to magically align with your desires. This is not because the external world is changing, but because your consciousness, the lens through which you perceive reality, is transforming. You will begin to see opportunities where once you saw obstacles. You will recognize blessings in what you previously considered setbacks. The people in your life will begin to reflect back to you the certainty and power that you embody. This transformation may not happen overnight. Like any skill, living from the state of wish fulfilled requires process and persistence. There may be moments when you falter, when the old habit of explaining and justifying reasserts itself. In these moments, be gentle with yourself. Simply recognize what's happening. Take a deep breath and return your focus to the truth of your being. Remember, you are not seeking to change or control the external world. You are not trying to convince anyone of anything. Your sole task is to maintain the feeling of your wish fulfilled, to occupy the state of the person you desire to be. As you persist in this practice, you will find that the need to explain yourself naturally falls away. It will no longer occur to you to seek validation or approval from others. You will move through life with a quiet confidence, a deep inner knowing that transcends the need for words. This state of being is your natural birthright. It is the truth of who you are beneath the layers of conditioning and false beliefs. By refusing to explain yourself to the demons in people and in yourself, you are stripping away these layers, revealing the divine essence that has always been there. In this state, manifestation becomes effortless. Your desires come to you not through struggle and strain, but through a natural alignment with the creative forces of the universe. You become a clear channel through which the infinite possibilities of life can express themselves. So I ask you, my dear friends, why waste another moment explaining yourself to those who cannot or will not understand? Why divert your precious energy into justifying your dreams or defending your worth? Instead, channel that energy into being, into feeling, into living as the person who already has all that you desire. This is the most powerful statement you can make, the most convincing argument you can offer. Let your life be your explanation. Let your achievements speak for themselves. Let the radiance of your being be a testament to the power of living from the state of wish fulfilled. As you embrace this way of being, you will notice a profound shift in your relationships. Those who are aligned with your energy and vision will naturally be drawn to you. Those who are not will fall away, creating space for more resonant connections. This is not about isolating yourself or becoming aloof. Rather, it's about allowing your authentic self to shine forth without dimming your light to make others comfortable. It's about creating relationships based on mutual respect and shared vision, rather than codependency and the need for constant validation. Remember, every person you encounter is on their own journey of awakening. Some may be ready to embrace the truths you embody, while others may not. Your task is not to convince or convert, but simply to lead, to live your truth so fully and completely that it becomes a beacon for those who are ready to see it. In your professional life, you may find that opportunities begin to align more closely with your true desires and talents. As you cease explaining and start embodying, you naturally attract situations that resonate with your authentic self. Your work becomes not just a means of earning a living, but a true expression of your divine nature. Even in challenging situations, you will find a new sense of ease and grace. When faced with obstacles or setbacks, instead of launching into explanations or justifications, you will simply return to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. From this state, solutions will present themselves naturally, often in ways you could not have anticipated. This way of being, this refusal to explain yourself to demons, extends to your inner world as well. As you practice living from the state of wish fulfilled, you'll find that the inner critic, the voice of doubt and limitation, begins to lose its power over you. Instead of engaging in endless internal dialogues, trying to convince yourself of your worth or ability, simply return to the feeling of already being, doing or having what you desire. This feeling, this state of completion, is far more powerful than any mental argument you could make. Remember, your subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically experienced. By consistently occupying the state of your wish fulfilled, you are literally rewiring your brain, reprogramming your subconscious to align with your desires. This is the true power of imagination, not as a means of escaping reality, but as the very tool by which reality is shaped and molded. Your imagination, infused with feeling and unwavering faith, is the creative force of the universe expressing itself through you. As you deepen your practice of living from the end, you may find that your desires themselves begin to shift and evolve. What once seemed vitally important may fall away, replaced by deeper, more authentic aspirations. This is a natural part of the process of self-realization. You are not merely manifesting specific objects or circumstances. You are uncovering and expressing your true nature as a divine creative being. As you align more fully with this truth, your desires naturally align with your highest good and the highest good of all. This journey of self-discovery and manifestation is not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, times when the old habits of explaining and justifying try to reassert themselves. In these moments, be gentle with yourself. Remember that you are undoing years, perhaps lifetimes, of conditioning. Return always to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Let this feeling be your guide, your anchor in times of uncertainty. Trust in the wisdom of your divine self, even when your human mind cannot yet see the path forward. Know that every moment you spend in the state of wish fulfilled is a seed planted in the fertile soil of infinite possibility. These seeds will grow and bear fruit in ways you cannot yet imagine. Your task is simply to plant them with unwavering faith and tend to them with consistent attention. As you persist in this practice, you will find that life takes on a magical quality. Synchronicities will abound. The right people, circumstances, and opportunities will appear at precisely the right moments. You will look back on your journey and marvel at the perfection of it all, even in moments that once seemed like setbacks or failures. This is the promise and the power of living from the state of wish fulfilled. This is what becomes possible when you stop explaining yourself to the demons in people and in yourself. This is the truth of who you are and what you are capable of creating. So I urge you, my dear friends, to make this commitment to yourself. Vow to stop explaining, stop justifying, stop seeking validation from those who cannot yet see the magnificence of your true nature. Instead, devote yourself fully to living from the end, to embodying the state of your wish fulfilled. Let your life be a testament to the power of imagination. Let your achievements speak for themselves. Let the radiance of your being be the only explanation needed for the miracles you create. Remember always that you are not merely human beings having a spiritual experience. You are spiritual beings having a human experience. You are God individualized, the creative power of the universe expressing itself through your unique form. Embrace this truth. Live from this knowing and watch in awe as your world transforms to reflect the divine reality you have always been. The choice is yours in every moment. Will you continue to explain yourself to demons, to give power to doubt and limitation? Or will you step fully into your divine nature, living from the state of wish fulfilled, creating miracles with every breath? I know the power that resides within you. I see the divine light that shines through your human form, and I call upon you now to recognize and embrace this truth for yourself. Go forth from this place transformed. Move through your world with the quiet confidence of one who knows their true nature and power. Be the living embodiment of your desires made manifest. As you do, know that you are fulfilling your highest purpose. You are not just changing your own life. You are elevating the consciousness of the entire world. For as you remember and embody your true divine nature, you create a space for others to do the same. This is the great work we are all called to do. This is the true meaning of our human experience. Not to struggle and strive, not to explain and justify, but to remember, to awaken, to create. You are the author of your story. You are the creator of your reality. You are the God of your universe. Embrace this truth, live from this knowing, and watch in awe as unfold before you. The time for explanation is over. The time for living, for being, for creating is now. Step fully into your power. Embrace your divine nature, and let the magnificence of your being speak for itself. For in truth, no words could ever fully capture the miracle that you are. No explanation could ever do justice to the infinite potential that resides within you. You are beyond explanation, beyond justification. You simply are pure, divine, creative consciousness expressing itself in human form. So go forth, my dear friends, and create. Live, be. The world is waiting for the unique expression of divinity that only you can bring. Trust in your power. Believe in your dreams. And never ever feel the need to explain the miracle of your existence to anyone, least of all to the demons of doubt and limitation. You are here to shine, to create, to transform. You are here to remember your true nature and to help others remember theirs. This is your purpose. This is your calling. This is the truth of who you are. Embrace it fully. Live it completely. And watch as your world transforms to reflect the divine reality you have always been. The time is now. The power is yours. The choice to live from the state of wish fulfilled is always available to you. Make that choice now and in every moment. Let go of the need to explain. Embrace the power to create and step fully into the magnificent, divine being that you truly are. Remember, the entire universe is conspiring in your favor. All of creation is waiting to support you in the full expression of your divine nature. Trust in this truth. Live from this knowing. And prepare yourself for miracles beyond your wildest dreams. For you are the miracle. You are the dream made manifest. You are God individualized, expressing itself through your unique form. Embrace this truth, live from this reality, and watch as your world transforms to reflect the divine being you have always been. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Let this be your first step, the decision to stop explaining yourself to demons and start living as the divine creator you truly are. The path may not always be easy, but I promise you, it will always be worth it. For on this path, you will discover depths of joy, love, and creative power that you never knew existed. You will uncover aspects of yourself that have been waiting lifetimes to be expressed. You will create miracles that will leave you in awe of your own divine nature. So step forward with courage, with faith, with unwavering certainty in your own divine nature. The time for hesitation is over. The time for explanation is past. Now is the time for being, for creating, for living as the God you truly are. Go forth and create miracles. Go forth and live your divine nature. Go forth and be the living embodiment of your wishes fulfilled. For in doing so, you not only transform your own life, but you elevate the consciousness of the entire world. This is your calling. This is your purpose. This is the truth of who you are. Embrace it fully, live completely, and watch as your world transforms to reflect the divine reality you have always been. The power is yours. The choice is yours. The time is now. Step into your greatness. Live from your divinity and never ever feel the need to explain the miracle of your existence to anyone, least of all to the demons of doubt and limitation. For you are beyond explanation. You are beyond justification. You are the infinite, eternal, ever-creating expression of divine consciousness. Embrace this truth, live from this reality, and prepare yourself for a life beyond your wildest dreams. The stage is set. The curtain is rising. It's time for you to step into the spotlight and play the role you were born to play, that of a divine creator manifesting miracles with every breath. The audience is waiting. The universe is watching. It's your time to shine. So shine, my dear friends. Shine with all the brilliance of your divine nature. Shine without explanation, without justification, without doubt or hesitation. Shine as the God you truly are, and watch as your light transforms the world around you. For in the end, It is not our words that change the world. It is our being. It is our embodiment of the truth we seek to create. So be the change you wish to see. Be the miracle you wish to create. Be the God you truly are. And in that being, in that embodiment, you will find all the power, all the peace, all the joy you ever sought. For these things are not external to you. They are the very essence of your divine nature, waiting to be expressed through your human form. So express them fully, live them completely, and never ever dim your light to make others comfortable. For your light is needed in this world. Your unique expression of divinity is vital to the awakening of all. Go forth and shine, my dear friends. Go forth and create. Go forth and be the living embodiment of your wishes fulfilled. For in doing so, you fulfill not only your own destiny, but the destiny of all creation.